Welcome to Cause We're Random Podcast with your hosts, Keisha, Grace, and Belle.
Cause we are random. Welcome back to another episode of Cause We're Random Podcast.
Woo! We're back, we better.
Oh yeah. So I am your host, Belle.
I am your host, Grace.
And I'm your recurring guest host, Keisha.
Yay!
Why do y'all say there she go every time I say that?
Cause there it is.
I am a recurring guest host.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
Okay, so are y'all ready to kick off this episode with a random spotlight moment?
I'm ready. Will you
I'll
let
go
me go
first. So,
Okay.
I have another daughter who is 8, right? She's 8?
Yeah, that's correct.
8. And I was fixing some avocado toast one night because I love avocado toast. And I go in the pantry to get something. I come out and she's put a cookie on my toasted bread. And I was like, what is this? Why is there a cookie on my bread? Where I'm putting cheese, tomatoes, avocados. What are you doing?
That was very random.
That
Like,
was
what?
super random.
Like,
What if her brain said that it was okay to do that?
let me put this cookie on mommy's bread. Now I got cookie crumbs that I gotta scrape out my bread or make another toast.
Yep.
Yo, y'all don't understand how funny that
That was
was,
so
though, in
funny.
that moment. Like, you just had to be there in that moment.
Right.
It was
It
hilarious.
was hilarious.
And she was just laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yep.
I'm like,
she
girl.
she thought that you had she thought that she helped you out though.
Yeah.
She said it gave you a little flavor.
My avocado, tomatoes, and my seasoning, and my jalapeno Havarti cheese also gives it
Oh,
flavor.
that sounds good right now.
Yeah, true.
I know, avocado
Ooh-wee.
toast. We love it.
Amazing. Comment down below if y'all love avocado toast.
What about just avocados? I can put it on everything.
Everything, y'all.
And it's even in my shampoo and conditioner.
Right. This is all
Tomatoes.
That's the gotta fix you.
Yeah, you do.
Because, okay, you guys, as a spread, and our podcast is named because we're random. We are. So for the spread, I use hummus. Roasted red
That
pepper
is a
hummus.
different touch.
That is different, but I don't know about no hummus.
It'll be good.
But yeah.
You'll
I gotta
eat it.
try it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
my random moment. I'm done.
Guys, my random moment is, so I just decided that I wanted to do a hot, spicy series on my channel. So just trying all the hottest, I tried the hottest, chocolate bar.
Did you?
Please check out that video.
Yo.
Please go watch it.
Inspirational
hilarious.
_ Naya is the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Go and watch the spicy chocolate bar. Please.
Yes.
You have to. As soon as you finish watching this video, go. Matter of fact, we'll have it at the top. We'll have it right here.
Yeah,
Yes.
put a
So
card up
you
there.
guys can check it out.
Yes.
Y'all be in tears.
Oh my
Hilarious.
God.
Yeah, I don't know why I just wanted to put myself through that, but it was a nice little adrenaline rush though. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. That was very random because,
So
you
that's-
know.
I watched it and I was fussing as, you know, I'm a parent. I'm like, why is she eating the spicy stuff? I keep telling her to stop eating spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it, guys.
Craziness.
That's
All right,
it. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot my random moment. What else
While
did I
she's
do?
looking for a random moment, you guys like Grace's new haircut. It looks amazing, don't it?
guys.
Yes, we
Thank
love
you,
it.
thank you.
Love it, love it.
I love it.
Okay.
If y'all want to see when I got my hair cut,
Your hair
the
transformation.
hair transformation video is already out on my page, Just Gracefully Me. So
Just-
go check it out.
Just Gracefully Me YouTube channel, and you can see her transformation.
Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. My random moment for today is, so like we said, y'all see that I got my hair cut, right? So this is all new, never been this low before. So, you know, I was in my sister's room and I was just leaning against the wall as I occasionally do every now and then. But in this case, I leaned back a little too hard, so I hit my head. And so I felt that, before I didn't feel none of that. If I lean my head back, it's cool. The hair is covering, the hair is protected.
Yes.
So y'all like, dang, y'all don't got no hair no more. So yeah, that's my random moment. I'm like,
That was so funny.
the things that happen to me though,
Yeah.
it do be funny.
Yeah.
So it did some slow moments too.
So, what are we talking about today? What is it, Bill?
You gonna get into it?
Do y'all significant others have to post y'all so y'all know it's real?
What does that even mean?
Post me so I know it's real. It's the topic at hand.
Yes. So, meaning that do you have to be posted on social media for your relationship to be considered valid or be considered real? Or you get what I'm saying? Like, in order to feel secure in your relationship, do you have to be posted or do you feel like that's corny? Like, just think about it, right? This is social media and this is your real life. This is your real relationship versus social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are thinking that you have to be put on your significant other social media for your relationship to be valid. Like, what sense does that make? Social media and real life are really two different things, to be honest.
It is true. Now, I'm gonna be on the people side for a second,
Okay.
as to why they feel like they need to have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a question. So, do you feel? Well, I feel like they are wanting or needing that to be posted on social media, on their significant other social media, because it's been a lot of not being able to trust their partner.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of instances where one person would, try to hide other relationships, and if they don't post it, then they don't know because they got other girlfriends or other boyfriends out there,
Right.
or whatever. So I feel like it's like a security for them.
I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
I could see that too, but at the same time, it's a lot of people that still post and they still may be doing whatever they want to do. So that really don't validate nothing.
It's very
To
true.
be honest, it just make you feel insecure with yourself, in a sense.
Yeah, I definitely think that's an insecurity for sure.
Yeah.
Because anytime you need a person to do the most just to make sure you feel okay, is an insecurity. You get what I mean? Or should I go deeper?
So do you.
Basically, because basically what I'm saying is, if your partner is already like, if they haven't done anything for you to worry or for you to have any like thoughts in your head that they're doing anything that they shouldn't be doing, in that instant, why do you need to be posted? Because they haven't showed any red flags to where that you can't trust them. So in that instance, that's definitely insecure. Like, why is it even coming up? Why would that need to happen in your relationship for y'all to have a happy home? Because literally, couples do be fine, and it be that one part that can be thrown out, and they literally start arguments for them.
Yeah.
When everything is fine.
What, when they post each other?
Yeah, like they be a topic that's like a touchy topic for couples.
Which is
like
shady.
as far as younger couples.
Yeah.
In this generation, because they like either you're cheating, either you don't really care about me, or it's like that's a stamp.
Yeah.
It's the stamp of the relationship. If you post me, oh yeah, we good. And then that make the other party feel like, oh, so they're not doing nothing else because they post me on their social media where anybody can see me.
Right.
When people are still sneaky in today's time, that don't mean anything nowadays.
Exactly. And why do other people gotta see you? Like, what does that validate?
Why do other people have to see you? Plug for the last video. That's attention.
Yeah.
Which comes with social media.
Yeah, it does. So
I feel like
Y'all looking at me.
So I'm saying this. I feel like our generation, the younger generation has made that a bad habit.
terrible habit.
Of needing that validation from another person
Yeah.
by being posted.
Yeah.
when they just need to actually sit in their stand and sit and talk in their relationship.
Right.
And like just talk things out. When you talk and their communication is top tier, you're not gonna worry or think about that. Like you're not gonna need that because you have already talked about everything,
Right.
so you're very secure.
Right. And social media had nothing to do with your relationship, to be honest.
It don't. And don't make it. Don't
make
force it into your relationship. I feel like
Right.
they force it into the relationship sometimes.
It's not needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your take?
What is your take on this
this?
post because it's real? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Oh, just to let y'all know, I'm sorry, we didn't even tell our stance. I was just giving y'all, what happens a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So my stance on it, if I get into a relationship, I'm not going to care if you post me or not. Because with me in general, I just don't really care too much about social media anyway. So I know that's weird because I'm 25. But yeah, I really don't care about social media like that. If social media was to leave, it would hurt because I'm using it for business purposes. But other than that, I wouldn't care like at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wouldn't even think about social media or anything like that when it pertains to a relationship.
Okay.
What do you think, Belle? Like y'all in no way, they don't have to post me on your story. I'm not posting you either, which is probably the main reason why. I don't care about your post because I'm not posting you. So yeah.
Okay. I feel you. Ain't no wrong with that. I feel like I don't care. Like it doesn't matter. You don't have to post me. You can't. Like it doesn't matter to me either way. Like it ain't gonna affect anything type. But I'm just the type of person where I like taking pictures. I like posting pictures.
Right.
So I'm gonna end up like posting my significant other and stuff on my social media just cause I
It'd be
want
natural.
to. Yeah, more
Yeah,
natural.
it ain't no force. It ain't because he told you to post. Like, okay,
Right.
you hadn't posted me yet. Like,
yeah, it'll be more natural because I be looking good, so I like to take pictures. But yeah,
I feel you.
So yeah, I don't too much care about it. People think too deep on it. It ain't that deep.
Yeah, they definitely go deep. So, Mother, okay, now getting to you. What are your thoughts and how do you feel about this posting, non-posting? Because we don't care. We in this generation.
Yeah.
So, first of all, and this is what's unique about our podcast is that, we're here to really call out the differences. Well, similarities too, but definitely differences in generations.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the 90s, which I'm very biased about the 90s. It is the best time period in the history of life, okay? And so
I can't be
we didn't
true.
have social media. So social media means nothing to us. Like we literally spent face-to-face time.
Okay.
We were together in person with our significant other.
Yeah.
Social media, what is that? So
What you
it's
talking
like the conversation that y'all were having, that's why I was so quiet. This the generation that y'all are in.
Yeah.
Me and my generation, we don't care nothing about it as far as validity in a relationship because we know what makes a relationship valid.
Right.
Like I'm engaged to be married in 4 months, and we just started being on social media together, and it's only for business purposes. It's only to advertise and broadcast our podcast network. That is literally it.
Yep.
So any of our channels that you follow, any of our social media pages that you follow, you will see us promoting relationship or other businesses and things like that.
Yeah.
Like we were together for 5 years before we even got on social media together.
Yeah.
That is not important to my generation at all. And I'm not saying that's a right or wrong thing. I'm saying for the time period that I grew up, we didn't even have cell phones. Like cell phones were out, but the majority of people, who grew up with me did not have cell phones at that time. So we literally had to do everything in person.
Exactly.
It
So
was
it's
not
natural.
texting. It was not, let me, post this on Instagram and tag you in it. It was none of that. It was like, call you, okay, this party happening Saturday. We going to the skate rink. We doing whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not even,
It's just natural for y'all not to even think about because you never.
we definitely don't tie it into our relationship. Like it has nothing to do with nothing. Me and my fiance use it for business purposes.
Right. Correct.
It is for monetization. Okay, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like social media break up a lot of couples versus like when
That's a good question.
so if a couple is like posting that person or like they're forcing it type on social media, do you think most of them break up because of that, or do you think the ones that don't post, like that don't do the social media thing, you think they last longer than the ones that do the social media?
I don't
thing?
think social media has anything to do with a breakup. Social media is a tool. It's
Correct.
the people involved in a relationship that breaks it up.
Very
So
true.
the thing is, if you don't have
Say that again. Say that again to the
because
people.
the thing is, it's just a tool.
Right.
So the thing is, if you're not using the foundational pieces or trying to strengthen the foundational pieces that you have in a relationship, such as trust, communication, loyalty, things like that, it don't matter if you're on social media or not.
Right.
It's not gonna work.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. So, I think that those foundational pieces more so than not are not set and discussed and agreed upon
Right.
until you're out here presenting yourself to the world.
That's very
You
true.
got a shaky foundation and you
Yeah.
out here posting these quote unquote perfect pictures
Yeah.
together. Like everything is well,
Right.
and then you finish taking the pictures and y'all go separate ways, y'all not even talking.
Exactly.
So the foundational pieces are not set, so it's not social media itself, it's the people involved.
I definitely agree 100%
That's
with
correct.
that.
Yeah.
And
And
this
also-
generation move fast too.
Also, if you
They don't even know
want
each other.
relationship positivity, go to Atkins Ever After podcast channel. We talk about everything, all the foundational pieces that I just mentioned, as it relates to how me and my fiance were able to solidify ourselves in those ways. So check out our channel. But
Y'all will love it,
Like-
and it will change your lives.
like you have to have those pieces. So
Correct.
let me ask y'all what Grace. You talked a lot about why you think people do it,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole mindset of couples goals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that even about? What is that about?
So.
How can you look at a couple and say, oh, their couple goals, I want to be just like that couple when I get in a relationship, or
Yeah.
I want me and my significant other to be just like this couple. What is
Yeah.
that thought process about?
I feel like a lot of people base it off of looks because they're a cute couple, or
Yes.
maybe it looks like they got everything together. Maybe they working together and like trying to come up together.
Right.
But you don't know what they go through behind closed doors.
Exactly.
And you always have to be yourself. Like you can't be like the next couple.
Exactly, because on social media, people are not showing the ugly. Like
Right.
they only showing what looks good. So of course that's gonna be like you be like, oh my gosh, your relationship is perfect. But in actuality, it's not, because no relationship is perfect in general. No person is perfect.
Exactly.
So you can't be looking at another person's situation, be like, I want that, and you don't even know what comes with it.
Right.
Yeah, that's my whole point too. It's like, I mean, you don't know what could have just happened between them right before they posted that picture or video.
Correct.
You have no idea what she might be having to deal with, what he might be having to deal with
Yep.
behind closed doors. You don't know.
Yep.
I've never understood, like my brain can never wrap around me looking at somebody and being like, oh, those are couple goals. But me personally, I don't get caught up in wanting to be like no one else anyway.
Yeah.
Like I don't have celebrity idols and all that kind of stuff because they just human beings.
Right.
That's very
Just
true.
like me, and they go through the same life cycles and life seasons just like I do.
Yeah.
So I never really understood that. And, me and Mike make it clear on our podcast that we're not giving advice. We don't want nobody to look at us. Now, it probably will happen, though,
Right.
where people
Oh,
look at
yeah.
us as couple goals, but that's not what our intention is.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we go through relationship stuff, we go through personal stuff, just like the next person. We go through, stuff as parents, whatever.
Exactly.
But we always say we're not giving advice. We're sharing our own experience. This is what we've gone through. This is what we've done.
Right.
We don't want to be couple goals to nobody.
Yeah, and then
Right.
it's nothing wrong with taking tips from the next couple. If like you was like, okay, that I can see where they come from. That may work, and then you may incorporate it and see if it work for you.
Right.
But as far as trying to be exactly like this couple, come on now.
Because how many people have said, oh, this couple, oh, they're definitely couples goals. And then what happens?
Break
Yes,
up.
Right.
Yeah,
And
especially
then
with the
now you're
YouTube couple.
devastated. You like, oh my God, I can't believe I never would have
Yes.
thought. That's because you don't know everything that's
You
going
don't
on in
know.
their relationship.
That's very
You're
true.
not with them 24/7.
Right.
You understand when social media is involved, there are edits that are made.
Yes.
So people gonna edit out the stuff they don't want you to see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they only going to include the things that they want you to see. That's how they create a narrative.
Yeah.
So they've created a narrative that all is well when in actuality is not. And I'm not talking about every relationship, because
Oh, yeah,
obviously
no.
there's some great relationships out there, long-standing relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But
just in that aspect,
yourself.
yeah, be yourself, have your own unique relationship.
Right. Figure out what works for you.
Yeah, because everybody is different, and it's not gonna. What one thing works for that couple may not work for you.
right,
You'd be like, you try it, and it's like, no, like I don't know how they doing it because I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta figure out what works for you.
so
with anybody.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Okay, so y'all know the talking stage and stuff is big in this generation, right?
Is it though?
What does it mean?
What I'm meaning, right? The talking stage in this generation where you can't talk to nobody else if you get to know this person.
Bro.
Oh, you really want me to go there, huh? Okay.
They're so what's the word?
Wow.
Controlling and freaking. Don't get me started.
Committed.
No, they're not committed. That's not what it is.
I'll tell you why I'll determine that. But go ahead.
Okay, they're very controlling.
Which
And
party?
So say if it was me,
I feel like both.
yeah, it could be both. Yeah, it's definitely both. But let's just say if it's me and I'm talking to somebody, that other party wouldn't want me to talk to somebody else if I'm talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
This is talking stage. This is getting to know somebody. Why am I only allowed to talk to you? Are you serious?
So I'm not in a relationship.
No, not relationship. We're just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
Very possessive. All of these negative traits that are shown within that. There's
She's
like
passionate, you guys. You see it?
You have no obligations to that person.
no, not
So
at all.
this is how I feel about it, and we've had this conversation before, right? Dating. So I assume,
Okay.
which I rarely do, but I assume that the goal is marriage for most people, right? That's what you're trying to get to. For a lot of people, I'm not gonna say most, but for a lot of people.
Yeah.
For some, yeah.
So the whole dating and being monogamous and then being engaged and marriage, to me that's like looking for a job and going on job interviews. So what I mean is, as you guys call it, the talking stage. When you're in the talking stage, that's you going on job interviews to see which job fits you.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's very true.
So if we're just talking and we don't have a title or we're not in a relationship, I can go out on a date with you on Monday and go out on a date with somebody completely different on Tuesday.
Very true.
Exactly.
The thing is, I think that because that might not be the mindset of a lot of people, if that is how you feel, you should be upfront and honest about it.
Right.
Hey, listen, I want to get to know you. I think you're a great person, but I'm just being honest with you. We're not committed. I'm not committed to you to the point where I'm not going to get to know other people as well.
Yeah.
Right? And if they can't handle, oh no, you can only talk to me, well then guess what? You out of the picture.
Yeah, very true. So
Like you got to advocate for yourself. And the
Gotta
thing
advocate for
is,
yourself.
don't commit to that one person. You don't know, especially when you're younger.
yeah,
You don't know what you really want
Right.
or need in a relationship. You really don't. You think you do. You call out all the same stuff that everybody else calls out, but you really don't specifically for yourself know what you want
Right.
or what's going
Yeah.
to be necessary for you.
Yeah.
So you gotta go on these dates, figure out what you like,
yep.
figure out what you don't like, and I'm gonna even take it further than that. Take notes about your dates.
Okay, come on.
Take
now.
notes. Like, oh, I don't like the way he did this. Or I don't like what
You
he
should.
said this. Or I don't like that he has a background in this. I don't like that she did this. I don't like that she has this family dynamic or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you really gotta go about it like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
you
So
do.
for our generation, millennials and younger,
Younger.
talking and dating stage for us, I feel like what Ma said, you can do whatever you want. For what's your generation, Gen? What are y'all?
X. Edge.
Whatever
I think
the
we're
group
Gen X.
is,
Just say 90s.
90s people.
It's fine.
That generation, so y'all just go off dating. If you're dating, you have the opportunity to talk to anybody you want to. I just don't like the controlling thing. So
Meaning-
you're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, what I'm not gonna do, and I don't even know you.
Meaning,
Right.
90s, when I say 90s, you guys, that's like when I was a teenager, not when I was born.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I
Mel.
just feel like our generation like to move way too fast.
Man, what?
Like, okay, once you're talking to somebody, that means you're going to end up getting into a relationship with that person.
And get married and have kids.
Yeah, they just take it
Yeah,
all the way
which-
there. Like, I get what you're rushing for.
Yeah, like what's happening? Like
Right.
I don't get
Should be out
that
having
either.
fun. Like, I
Yeah.
always encourage y'all, have fun. Live your life. I've
Yeah.
always said that.
Yeah.
Live your life while you're young, while you don't have, other people that you're responsible for.
Right.
Enjoy yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't get tied down until you're ready to get tied down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Now I do
Yes.
have somewhat of a thought, because when you're younger, I feel like the people can articulate their thoughts and actually be honest with how they really feel about situations, which is why they don't speak up and like advocate for themselves
Yeah.
or feel like they have to be forced into doing something when they actually feel a completely different way. So I feel that plays a huge part as well.
That's also
And-
my generation.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an individual thing. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. People just gotta start speaking up for themselves more and just like it's okay. Like you're not being mean, you're not being rude, you're not being harsh. Set those boundaries for yourself, guys.
Exactly.
Yes.
Date, have fun,
Yeah.
enjoy life.
It don't gotta be serious because it gets serious down the road.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, I was married at a young age and it worked for me. But I never advised them to do that.
Yeah, no, she never
Because
said
there
that.
definitely are sacrifices that I had to make. I wasn't changing anything about my life, but there were sacrifices I had to make in the decision of getting married and starting a family at a young age. So, it's not
Yeah.
something that I would advise. You definitely, like I said, this is just my opinion.
Right.
Date around, get to know, because you do also get to know yourself
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true.
and how you operate with different people. So get to know yourself through dating, get to know other people, and figure out what you want. And then when you're ready to look for that person, or wait on God to send you that person that you want to settle down with, then you do that at that stage.
Period.
But let me bring something up.
Okay.
So I listen to other podcasts. And I was listening to a podcast where they talked about a story that was on Twitter and TikTok recently.
Okay.
There was a young lady who had been talking to a guy for a couple of days, and then they decided to meet up and go on their first date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wanted to make a great first impression on him, and so through conversation, she learned that he likes cigars.
Okay.
Okay.
So she stated that her dad also has smoked cigars for years, and like he collects them and things like that.
Right.
So she went to her parents' house, told her parents about what she wanted to do. Dad gave her a cigar, actually threw in a cigar cutter as well. And so then the mom was like, well, you can't just present it to him like that. So her mom is crafty and had like unique pieces of paper and like things to tie it with, so wrapped it really nicely, right?
Okay.
And so the girl presented the guy with the gift. He was super appreciative and like just
That's
was like,
dope.
oh wow, that was so thoughtful, so
Yeah.
kind. I bring it up because on the other podcast that I watched,
Mm-hmm.
and also they played snippets of videos from people who reacted to it.
I didn't see
It was
that.
so much backlash for this young lady. Like, why does she give him a gift? She needs to let him recognize that she's the queen that she is. That was her doing too much. He didn't bring her anything. And of course they have to add extra things into it.
Yeah.
She spent money buying him something when literally she spent no money out of her pocket.
So she
It
got
was a
from it.
gift from her parents or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
But they were just like, no, she should have never gave him a gift. What do y'all think about that?
I think
Then
that's-
I'll tell y'all what I think about it.
Okay.
I think that's ridiculous. Like, why does it matter? To be honest, if that was put on her heart to do that, that's fine. No matter if she's a woman or not. Like, why can't women give a man a gift? Why
Yeah.
does it always have to be the man to give a woman a gift? Like, I just feel like that's just extra for no reason. People are people.
Yeah, I feel like. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, why do you have to put a gender on it? Like, why does, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's extra, and they did too much.
Yeah, they did a
They
lot.
did too much.
They did
a lot.
way too much.
Yeah, I feel like we need to change the narrative and stop like wanting women just to sit back and just let things come to them versus them taking charge.
Right.
And like that was a sweet gesture for her to know that on their first date.
Yeah, that
to
was
even
nice.
do that or even think about that is very sweet.
That was dope.
Like that's fire. You don't see that happen every day.
Yeah.
So like when like you can do anything you want to do. The guy can do anything they want to do. It's not all up to the guy to make all these decisions and all these grand gestures,
Right.
and the woman to sit back and do nothing and wait for it to come to her.
Yeah, so
Well,
like,
that sounds weird when I say that.
and so the thing was like he thought it was very thoughtful, and then through conversation he learned that she likes records like albums, vinyls.
Okay.
Hopefully, your generation knows what that is, but
They should. If God, that's on y'all because I've been doing vinyl.
so he took her to his favorite record store and bought her 2 records.
Okay.
So they ended up having a gift exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion is this. It's very similar to the both of yours. This was something that she wanted to do. She seems to be a very confident young woman because
Okay.
it's out of the norm.
Yep.
Right.
And she wanted to make a great impression.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We don't know how far either one of them are along in their dating life. We don't know if they're at the stage to say, okay, now I'm looking for my husband
Yeah.
or I'm looking for my wife, right?
Correct.
Right.
And then Grace, like you said, sitting back, society thinking women are supposed to sit back and just accept whatever comes our way. That is certainly not me. Because I approached my fiance. And on the last episode, I said that I would have proposed to him as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the kind of woman who's going to sit back and let anything just happen to me. If I see something,
Yeah.
and that includes a man, I'm going after it.
Right.
Yeah. And then
Like, that, like, and then the guy, he gave a response of like, wow, they're so thoughtful, they're so kind.
right, he loved it. So
The podcaster played a snippet of a video from a reaction where this woman says, oh, so he definitely is a narcissist. Look at how he responded. A narcissist make you audition for their love so they don't have to do anything. First of all, that's not a trait. That's not a trait of a narcissist. That's
No.
number one. Number 2, what are you even talking about? He was being very polite in acknowledging the sweet gesture that she had just made. So if he had overlooked it and said, what is this? What would you have called him then?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, come on,
Like-
man. Don't force it. Like they force.
I get that
one.
people look for content, but come on, let's be truthful about things.
Yeah.
Let's make honest content if you're a content creator.
There should be something beautiful that blown up in a more positive way because you don't see it all.
Well, it ended up positive for her because she ended up getting brand deals from cigar companies and a couple other companies. So
period.
she ain't worried about what y'all talking about.
Okay.
She getting money in her pocket.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, when I saw that,
Yeah.
I said, what
Yeah,
in
no.
the world? What is this?
Yeah.
I know.
So-
That goes back to what we said in another episode of how like going along with society rules
Yeah.
and their norms. Like
And it can really cost you.
it can
It
cause
can
you
cost
like
you a lot. It can cost you happiness.
Yep.
It can cost you a lot.
Yeah.
So the podcast, there are 2 hosts, a male and a female, and the male was like, we can't have nothing. He was like,
Man, what?
they want us to, because I think one of the comments was about let him spend all his money on you or something like that.
Yo, it's terrible.
He was like, y'all want us to have it all together on the first date. We got to be ready to take care of you on the first date,
Yep.
pay bills.
Yep.
Then he went on to say like holidays. Mother's Day, y'all get all these great gifts. Father's Day, we get
Get
nothing. He was
nothing.
like, we can't do nothing right.
Yeah, it's like highlight
They
the
do
men.
dirty.
Like
They do the men
do a lot
dirty.
for the men, the good men. Do a lot for the great men.
Yeah.
because they deserve it. They
Because
really
I
do.
definitely
Yeah.
make sure I spoil mine in every kind of way you
Yeah,
can think
you have
of.
to.
Because he spoils me is equal.
Right.
Like I want to give him just as much attention and affection, love, gifting, whatever that he does for me.
Right?
Exactly.
Why y'all think it
And-
turned into that? I'm sorry, I didn't get off topic, y'all.
No, it's not topic. It's
But-
because we're random.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But why do y'all think, or where did it stem from, where the men are getting less of anything? Like it's lacking on their end. Like,
That's a
how did
great
we
question.
get to that point for them? Or has it always been like that?
Well, I think it was because way back in the past, there were gender roles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the gender roles were the man wasn't really in the house because he was out having to work and be a provider for the
Right.
family, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't required to show affection. He wasn't required to even be loyal.
Yes.
He wasn't required to be faithful. He was only required to be a provider. And
Okay.
then you have the woman in the house, the homemaker, quote unquote,
Right.
that is, having the children, raising the children, being the nurturer, making sure that the family eats, the house is clean, the clothes are clean, all of that stuff.
Correct.
Being the one who's the more emotional, being the one who is the face of the house, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in that regard, I feel like that's how we as women got put in a spotlight, so to speak.
Gotcha.
I mean, even like I said, during a certain period of time, even with giving birth, the men couldn't come in the birthing room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
They was not allowed in there. And so it's kind of like we put them in a box of only being a provider, taking care of the
That's
family
it.
financially.
So that
But
providers
we've
fight.
grown so far from that. Like,
Correct.
I need my man to not just provide financial, I need him to provide emotionally,
Right.
which means I need him to be emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
I need him to provide safety. Like, I need him to provide affection, all of these things.
Right.
Yeah. Basically the same.
Which he does, you guys. That's why we get married.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my own personal thought. I'm not exactly sure.
I can see that because they only
That's right,
used to
but-
just be providing. Then it's like
That's all they looked at as providers.
That's all they looked at,
It just
yeah.
seemed like society look at men as just to be used.
Well, it's kind of in the background.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm
because
not-
we're all used as people
Well,
in
yeah.
all the ways.
That's
so.
what I'm saying, kind of like in the background, but nobody gonna put my man in the background.
Nobody
Nobody-
puts baby in the corner.
How to do it? Do you even know where that came from?
Yes, it came from. I do know, y'all.
Do you know?
Hold
Do you know
on.
this from me telling you, or did you see it?
Hold on. Cause I know it is. Oh
I don't know where it
no,
came from.
no, I
Yeah, I
seen
just
it.
told you, you gotta get up to date. But
Yo.
not those kind of moves. It's not that kind of.
I do know where it came from, but it has lost its.
You want me to tell you?
you?
Want me to tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh.
The
No.
main female character's name was Baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I never watched Dirty Dancing because I never was intrigued. Like I saw you watching, it's like, and then y'all don't attack me because I know people love Dirty Dancing.
Never seen it.
Boom.
I've
never
seen
had
it
an interest
a
But
million
I've seen
times.
clips, with mom watching. It don't look interesting to me, but I just haven't gave it a try.
We were about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because I do call him Baby. But no, it's so different. Everything, there are a lot of differences between generations, but there are a lot of
Yes.
similarities as well.
Yeah.
So
Very
let me
true.
ask y'all about chivalry. First of all, do y'all even know what chivalry is?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Wow. That's
Come on now, she really gonna play us like that? Like we one of them?
Yes.
So do y'all think it is still present for your generation?
If I had to put a percentage on it, I would say maybe 10% is being shown
Oh wow.
out of 100. It's definitely about dead.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel differently about it. I feel like it's not as often as it used to be, but I feel like it's still out there. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more than 10% though.
Okay.
Do you feel
Like-
like it's not shown a lot because it's not required?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
So I feel like you have
But-
to ask somebody to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, will you open my door? Can you open my door? Or whatever. Like, it's not just an automatic reflex for the people, So
Do y'all like that? Do y'all like chivalry to be shown to y'all?
Oh yeah, if a guy's not chivalrous, that's a deal breaker for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deal breaker.
Where did you get that
I
from?
didn't
Where
know
did you
that.
get that requirement from?
Papa, Daddy, just seeing it as examples.
Oh.
Like I require that. Like
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm learning something new about my daughter, y'all.
yeah.
I'm not gonna care. Chivalry just feels good. Like when it's done to you, it feels
Okay,
good. So I
we
know
know
that
she like it because you just spoiled naturally. You want me to open the door for you. So I I know you want a man to open it.
Yeah, I love chivalry. I love chivalry, y'all.
Yeah.
It do. It feels great. So I would require that.
They
Yeah.
definitely are my girls because I love it as well.
Yeah.
And my fiance does it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even second thought. So,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just feel
but-
like it shows a level of respect for that person.
I feel like that too.
Yeah.
But if it's not done, I'm trying to think. If it's not done, I wouldn't say I would make a big deal out of it. Like, you know how some people make a whole big fuss. I would probably have a conversation and be like, okay, I didn't like that you didn't do that, so I would like that to be done.
Okay, so first date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not chivalrous. Would you say something about it during the date?
Yeah, I would have a conversation. I would say, like, are your parents chivalrous? Like, have you seen that in your household, or is it something that you've never seen? So then naturally you're not gonna do it. Like, I would have a conversation. I wouldn't be on here and be like, why you open my door? Why you do that? Like, I'm not gonna do none of
like
that.
y'all just
Right.
don't know each other.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I would have a conversation, and then when it comes to something like chivalry, I feel like that can be learned and trained too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, some things can be
definitely.
taught, so
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
wouldn't be a deal breaker for me if he haven't seen that in his home. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
go
don't
off
know.
what you
Right.
see.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
That's true.
Wow, man, I didn't realize that was a deal breaker, though.
Yeah, it is. But it's only because if I ask you to be chivalrous and you just completely don't want to do it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Right. That's
Yeah,
that
that's
ain't
a
So
no
it's
good.
opening your doors. What else? Pulling out your chair,
Yeah, pulling out my chair.
carrying things.
Yes, carrying things for sure. What else? That's
It's
really,
kind of being attentive.
that's
in a way.
really
It
it.
definitely
That's
is.
what I feel like. That's why I feel like
Definitely.
it's important to me.
Yeah.
Because you're paying attention, or,
attention.
you
Yeah.
looking out for safety or different things.
Me and Mike, we don't argue about it. It's really funny how we go back and forth because, especially if we're okay. So if we get home and we have bags to get out of the car, right? He literally will get all the bags out of the car. I'm like, I'm so independent. I'm used to getting bags out because we
Right.
live in two different homes.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
For real.
when I go to my house, I have to get bags out.
Yeah.
So I'm literally trying to go back to the car. He's like, you just don't listen to me.
Are you serious? Like,
It's
Get
fine
'em tight.
because he don't want me to do it, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to help him.
yeah.
No, now that okay, yeah. So that be the balance with people. Like,
It's crazy.
if you having a good, like, if the guy's having a great woman,
Right.
they're not gonna want them just to do everything.
No.
Like, you gotta have that balance. So that's like in an example of opening the door. So let's say he opened the door for me, then I will inside the car I will open the door for him.
So like,
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
opens the door for
Yeah.
me all the time. I never open the door for him.
Yeah,
He don't want me to touch the door. Period.
Yeah.
So.
it has to do with individuals as well.
Right,
what
so
they like.
but it's like if there are, like I said, if there are bats and a lot of stuff that we're getting out of the car, like
Yeah.
first of all, let me help you. You don't need to be the one going back and making all these trips back
Right,
and forth to
when
the
it can
car.
be less.
And two, we can get all the stuff in quicker if we both are doing it, and I don't mind.
yeah.
Right.
And it's not like I said, we don't argue about it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
funny
not a
because
big
he's
deal.
like, you gonna do what you want to do anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely is very chivalrous. He'll pull my chair out, everything. Like, yeah.
So I got a question. So, okay, you know how, say you just walking right in, you got the road right here and you got the sidewalk. Okay, the woman, they say the woman's supposed to walk on the inside.
Inside,
Yeah.
away from the road.
Away from the road.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with chivalry?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because they basically are like, let me, you kind of thinking about it from a danger perspective. You got
Yeah.
these moving cars. Let me take you away from danger. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay.
Let me put you on the inside. Let me put my arm around you. Let me grab your hand. You walk with me. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you really care about me or no?
That's the main question.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the main question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a point just to double back and like go all the way back to the beginning, y'all.
Okay.
With the social media aspect
Mhm.
and so Bell. So let's say that you ask your partner to post you and they resist. What is your automatic thought process?
What's the first thought?
Yeah, what's your first thought when they
That's a great-
resist?
See, guys, the tricky thing is, I'm still in this generation, so I'm still gonna have those thoughts of this generation, right? So, my first thought is suspicious. Suspicious activity is going on, right? Yes, that's my first thought. But then I would just ask, like, why? Like, what's your reasoning behind it?
No reason. I just don't want to post.
I would be okay with it. Like, I would make a big deal out of it, but then I would feel like I would just be looking more.
So you would be on guard.
Yeah, it'll put my guard up, unfortunately.
Because, okay, but that's crazy though.
I know.
And let's just act like this is the person they blank. No trust issues, none of that. But the first thought will come up as what are you hiding?
Yeah.
Why does it work that way? Because I feel like it wouldn't be me because I don't want to post it. They would be on the opposite end. So they'd be like, I just don't want to post you. Like, it ain't nothing. I'm not hiding page. I don't have it's my page, my privacy. Like, that's it. That would be the only reason I would have it. Ain't being secretive.
Yeah.
So it's just like, no, let me do it when it's natural. I'm not going to do it because you're saying I have to do it in this moment. Like, no. Like, what's the rush and what's wrong with you?
Right. No, that's facts.
And some people are just naturally private too, and they want to keep certain things out of everyone else's.
Yeah, everybody's not so public. Like, dang.
Yeah, because then once you do open yourself up for other people's opinions.
Correct.
That's why I don't understand people that post all this stuff and then get mad when people comment.
Yeah,
You didn't even have to tell us this.
Exactly.
Very true. Like, come on, bro.
Nobody made you post anything. You posted it because you wanted to, and now you mad because people saying stuff.
Exactly.
Well, turn your comments off.
Yeah.
Or just don't let it bother you.
Or just don't post at all.
Right.
Yeah, if you know it, I don't know. Right. Just think before you post.
I don't understand why people get so stuck on people comments, right? Okay, people gonna say whatever they want to say. Like, just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. Is that person really affecting you?
Yeah, because the main thing with a lot of people, they don't know this person. They're not seeing this person.
Exactly.
If I don't know you, like, come on now. That shouldn't even bother me at all. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know you at all.
Correct.
You could just be saying it just to say it.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to what I said earlier about already establishing those foundational pieces. Yeah. You know, and that way you can work through anything, you know, not just social media, but anything in a relationship. Right. Like, people going to, you know, comment on your significant other's picture. Yeah. They are going to inbox, they're going to DM, all that stuff. But if you have trust established, if you have, you know, healthy communication established, it's not going to be a problem. Very true. Me and Mike tell each other all the time about DMs. We screenshot, send it to each other. He see comments, I see comments. Right. Like, and the thing is, what's crazy is because of our podcast, we have joint social media pages, right? Yeah, so people will be commenting about him. Literally, I manage all the social media. Yeah. Like, you commenting about him, but he's not even gonna see it. Right. I'm the one that sees it. So it's like, you know, so just have those solid foundational pieces established. That's what I feel.
Oh, the DMs though, the DMs. How do you feel about your partner getting these DMs? Like, sometimes people really be mad that the partner is getting DMs.
That makes no sense.
Which blows me because nobody can control another person.
Right. I don't care. Like, I already know women will message him. Right. I'm not worried about them. Yeah. He's not interested in them. Yeah. So, and he's gonna tell me about it anyway. Baby, guess what this woman said. Like, it's nothing. That's what I'm saying. We was already solid and secure before we went on social media. So
these people don't be solid and secure.
Yeah, it just goes to, you know, working on yourselves each day, really. Constantly growing and bettering yourself so that you don't have those problems that come up in your relationship.
Or anybody else. When you do have those problems, you can work through them quickly and easily.
Yeah, right. Correct.
So that part. Yes. So, but I think this was a great conversation, though.
I think it was too.
Topic. It's always great, I feel like, to show the different viewpoints from generational wise, you know? Yep. Yeah. I think that's cool.
Okay, y'all. Now it's time to tap into this sisters review of episode 5.
Yep.
So
we left off with shoot, I'm about to tell y'all what it is. Well, I guess I get into it. Yeah. So we left off with the guy at the airport.
Oh yeah.
barging in like on Danny.
Damn, Danny.
So he coming in all forceful type. So Danny want to get a knife. Like, what's going on?
Right.
Like, who are you? Why you up in here? Like, she saw a threat. Cause the way he barged up in her place was like, you trying to do something to me.
And she already thinking he trafficking girls and stuff like that. So she like, you not finna get me.
Yeah, it's like she's not gonna be one of them. But the guy explained that he's actually an undercover cop.
Yeah.
So we was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. Cause he like, you was the only one trying to attack me. So that should show that, that's proof that I'm not a sex trafficker.
Right, exactly.
Like, because the people, the police or security at the airport already was in on it.
Right.
As they had to be because this was an operation.
Exactly.
So he was like, you know what, I like your passion for it though. Like,
Yeah.
which was good because, you know, you could clock that. That's good.
Yeah,
Shoot.
she was. Yeah,
Like,
she
Daddy was
playing.
on it. She was like, no, that girl looked scared.
Yeah.
And boom. But I'm trying to think, if I automatically seen that, would my mind even go there?
Right.
That's the thing.
Exactly. I would just feel like that girl was being abused or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have automatically thought of sex trafficking.
Right.
Which, you know, because right now that's going on a lot anyway.
But yeah, man, I don't think I would have just automatically took my brain there to trafficking.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we probably should because that's like going on a lot now.
yeah.
In today's
for real.
time. So,
It's bad.
but yeah, that's what happened with Dan and them. And then when he came back, when it was the next day for Dan to go to work, right?
Uh-huh.
This man come up talking to Danny, and Danny's just like, y'all know how Danny is. She just be not interested,
Yeah.
pushing the men away, you know.
And
Don't get him no time of the day, like none of that.
And then still gonna go to dinner with him. Y'all know how Danny be flip-flop back and forth.
Very flip-floppish, yes. But yeah, he asked her out on a date, and she went on a date. I'm like, all this came out of this. It was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened really pretty much with Danny's scene. It wasn't too much more. But we could jump on into Calvin and Sabrina.
Yeah,
Jump
y'all
into their
know
situation.
Calvin and Sabrina just got into it. So Calvin came up to her job and talked to her, right? Basically apologizing to her, which he really didn't have to.
Yeah, I don't think he should have apologized because, I mean, I get like the behavior, like he shouldn't have done all that, but he didn't really need to apologize to her because in that moment, like, his feelings was all wrapped up into that, right?
Right.
And he just reacted emotionally, which sometimes we tend to do as people.
Right.
But yeah, for him to be, I mean, he's a bigger person for doing it, but I don't think it's really necessary.
Yeah.
Like it happened. I feel like Sabrina should have got to the root problem as to really why, you know, he reacted the way he did versus she keep making it about her or that he did it because he was trying to be a man and show her that he's tough. Like, girl.
Yeah, she don't get it. She's so stuck. She's stuck on how he is so much to where it's like she's never going to understand like where he's coming from.
Yeah.
When it comes to different stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so she was just saying, and then when Calvin was talking to her, she was just like, I understand you were just trying to be a man. He was like, what? And
Yeah, he was like, are you serious?
Go on, basically trying to get more out of her, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Calvin even tried with Sabrina.
Yeah, I don't know why either because basically, like, y'all know what, or if you don't know, if y'all just, you know, trying to get the information from us before y'all watch the episode. But Calvin is himself. He came from gay parents, so
Yeah. He's
two dads.
He's very open-minded.
He's open-minded and he's just himself. So to Sabrina and her friends, you know, he give off feminine ways.
Yeah.
So they feel like he's gay when he's telling people that he's not.
Right.
So they just don't believe it. So that's why she made the comment of, you know, he trying to, you know, feel like a man or do this, you know, like, no, he don't care about that because he own who he is.
Right.
Which is good, which is how everybody should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, she won't never get it because she just, you know, she's not that woman to
Correct.
even try to understand, I feel like.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah, but you know, they end up going on another date though. Well, or planning to go on another date.
Well, yeah, you know how they are.
Yeah, it's back and forth. I just want Sabrina to just cut it because, like, she's not that woman. Like, you're not the woman for him. Like, he's too open-minded too willing to try a lot of things, and she's like not in that space.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's very true.
yeah, I don't know. And then with her friends in her ear too, as y'all know, with friends being in the ear, it can change your mind,
Right.
or you don't have your own thoughts to make your decision. So
Exactly.
that's what's happened to Sabrina, because Danny is all up in her ear.
Man, what? Daddy funny.
Danny is
though.
hilarious
Daddy is funny.
for real.
And then y'all know Sabrina and Maurice been getting into it lately. Maurice been mad at Sabrina
Bro, he been hot.
for being in his business.
Yeah,
Stay out that man business.
Man, boy, she's all up in his business. Tried to her and Calvin had tried to set Maurice up with this guy, and he's a feminine guy, but of course Maurice, he don't like no feminine guy.
Right.
So they like, we're not each other's types
At all.
at all.
And so he was tight about that.
Yep, that was like the icing on the cake, because he was already mad that Sabrina made a comment or whatever.
Right.
Or tried to diagnose him about his daddy and the comparison between his daddy and Q situation.
Yep.
With him just trying to save people. So yeah, he over Sabrina, and I don't blame him for that.
Man,
She doing too much.
She is.
Back up, give him some space, just a little bit.
Exactly. That's all.
That's
Relax a little bit.
Just a little.
And
And
then yeah, so Maurice had his friend came in to do a bank transaction, but they was closed. But Sabrina was like, take them real quick, and the friend ended up saying something how Q still called and how he's still gonna help Q. Y'all know Sabrina always listening.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
but that's the friend assuming though, because Maurice didn't talk to that friend about anything. Like, he don't know that Q has been calling him from jail.
I thought he did.
Not from what we looked at. That's him, because he was saying that, Q getting out and don't get back into that cycle.
Yeah.
Like, he don't know that he's been communicating with
That
Q.
is true. Yeah.
But he was just telling Maurice, like, don't be, don't get back in that situation. Don't communicate with him. Don't see him.
Right.
Because he know how Maurice is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with Sabrina being in there, she overheard it, so she of course, when he left, questioning him, like, he is not a grown man. Like, I get it's your friend, you want to be safe, but it's like, she doing too much. Like, she, like, going overboard, I feel like.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Yeah.
She definitely is. Karen, I know it wasn't too much happened with Karen in that episode. Karen had came to her hair shop.
Yeah.
And just to see her and brought her some lunch. And he just offered to rub her feet in her office, right? And so they was talking. She just can't get over how sweet Aaron is to her. And
Why you do it in quotes?
Because, like, she was just, like, so surprised that
he
was just sweet. But he liked her, so he's going to do nice things for her.
And he just, like, really a nice, genuine person. That's what his character is perceived to be.
Honestly, that's how you're supposed to be treated.
But Karen's not used to that.
She's not
because
used to
of all the stuff with her and Zach and all this mistrust and all that. Like, so she's damaged, really. And she hadn't healed herself and got past it. So she can't even fathom to think that it is actually a good man like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And that he don't get mad, that he don't blow up, and yeah.
But so then, right, they just having that conversation, and then at the end of the conversation, she just comes out and say, "I'm pregnant."
Yeah, y'all.
And that's how they cut
it. That's how the episode ended. She finally said that she's pregnant. Remember in the previous episode, she was trying to tell him, but she couldn't. She couldn't, get the urge to do so.
Yep. And so she finally did it. And the way Aaron was looking, he looked super surprised. Like,
he did look surprised. He did look surprised.
He was shocked.
And I can't wait to see how this conversation go next episode, because that's going to be very interesting. But from the snippet, though, I feel like he's being more upset that she's automatically believing that it's Zach's baby versus it could possibly be his.
Right.
Like, she's so sure. Too. Like, how you so sure you sleeping with these two different men? Like, you're never that sure.
Exactly.
It's like, do you want it to be Zach's? That's how it's coming.
That's what it's given.
That is exactly what it's given.
Just because of his financial situation, I feel like.
It gotta be.
It gotta be. That's
and she's actually still in love with him, too.
Well, she is, but think about this. If he never, if his financial situation was when it was when they was together,
Correct.
she would not want that baby to be Zach's. She would
I can
not
see
want that
that.
baby to be Zach
I can see that for sure.
at all. That's what I see. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So I feel like he gonna be more mad about that than anything.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how the episode ended. It wasn't too much with Andy at all. Like
No, Andy would.
it was just Andy and Fatima, and they was talking. Oh, they could talk about that part.
Oh yeah.
Where they was
got
in the
to
parking
work.
garage.
Yeah.
At their job.
Yeah, and they were just talking, and Hayden came.
Yo,
Hayden came up on his crutches.
bro, the way they had this dude, why was this man walking on crutches like that?
Right.
It was the funniest sight
It
ever.
was so funny, and Fatima couldn't stop laughing. They was just, man, that
They was
joke was
weak.
funny. They was cracking on that man.
They was cracking up. He was like, "It's not funny. Don't talk to me."
Yeah.
Like, hot boy.
Yeah.
And then he tried to, you know what I'm saying, be hated and say a little something to Fatima. Yo, the way Fatima turned around and tried to walk up to this man, they gonna be playing no games.
At all. Don't come for her unless
come
she's
for her.
sent for you.
Okay?
But
So, but that part of the scene though, he dropped something when he was leaving.
He did.
And I don't know what it is, and they showed it, so it got to be some significance to that.
right,
But I
it's
can't
hard
make
to tell
out
what it is.
Yeah, I can't make out what it is. So we'll see. Maybe they'll show it in the next upcoming episodes.
Yes.
But
So that's really mainly it. The main parts of that episode.
yeah,
that was episode 5, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be reviewing episode 6 next week. So stay on the lookout for that. If you enjoy these reviews, comment down below.
Yes,
Comment
leave
your
all the
opinions.
comments.
We would love to hear your opinions on how your thoughts on how the episodes are.
Yep. Let us know if you watch Sisters. Are you going to watch Sisters? And yeah,
Yes.
just leave all the feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So positive segment time. You know we like to end each episode with some positive gems to throw at y'all.
Yes.
So that you know you can
Throwing
become
gems.
better people each and every day. So, Ma, you normally do the positive segment. So I'll let her go ahead and end that off with throwing you guys some gems.
Okay, so the positive tip for this week is if you're in a committed relationship that you know is headed towards marriage, like if both of you have the goal of marriage in mind, then make sure that you're working on these foundational pieces that I mentioned. Communication, emotional intelligence, making sure trust and loyalty is there, honesty, all of those things, being secure and confident with your partner, with your mate in those areas. That will help you be able to navigate social media and anything else that might try to work against your relationship. And like I mentioned before, I don't feel like social media works against your relationship because that's just a tool that the two of you can use. But just focus more on what is real, what is in the moment. What do you have, or what do you know for sure that you have with this other person from a physical perspective, not from what the internet shows, right? So that's my tip for this week. Just focus on what you know that you have. Work on making sure your foundation is solid so that when anything comes your way, you can navigate through it together.
What if people are not leading towards marriage?
Then just have fun. Do what you want to do. Date around. Talk to whoever you want to talk to.
But still do all of the core things that you need to do even if you're not moving towards marriage.
Yes, but it has to do with self-work then. It becomes self-work.
Correct.
It becomes making sure that you are a great person with great qualities.
A healthy
Not so
human
much
being.
as
Healthy being, yeah.
not so much as you being connected to another person to work through couples things. Do your self-work, but date while you're doing that.
Correct.
So thank you so much, guys.
Yes, thank you guys. We love it. It was a great episode.
Amazing episode today.
Until next Friday, because the Random Podcasters is out.
Bye, you guys.
Good day.